Okay, I think it's all working. Yep, everything's working. So let me go to the right tab. Okay, make sure this is not there. Okay, good. Okay, we can see this image. Um, Welcome everyone to today's special announcement. Um, First time I've actually recorded, um, like since the GSS finale. It's been quite some time since I've recorded a video, but or I'll do a stream or anything like that. So it's nice to be back and everything. Of course, had a good start to the NASCAR season last week. We'll see what happens this week. I know they're saying there's rain and even snow in LA or in the LA area right now. Apparently, the first time in like 30 years they've had snow in Southern California. Good lord. But that's besides the point. We're here for today's special announcement. I'm really excited for this special announcement today. But before we get to the big news of the day, I'm going to do some quick updates first. So, I said that there would be bonus schemes for the 2022 Summer Series car set. I intended to release some with the normal car set right now, last week or a couple weeks ago, but I'll probably release them at a different time because I was busy with other stuff and everything. Um, what I'm trying to do is paint the throwbacks I did not get to last year. So if you requested a throwback and did not get painted, I'm going to try my best to paint. I already painted like two of them so far. Hope I can get the rest. Hopefully by May. Hopefully by May or something, or next couple months at least. I'll have those bonus GSS schemes up because I do want to get them out. My firm belief is that a paint scheme request shouldn't go like abandoned, if you know what I mean. All right, so I mentioned this a little bit like last week or 2 weeks ago. There's a Google site in the works for my NR leagues. It's something I've been thinking about for a while to do a Google site or like a website to you for all of the stats and race reports and stuff like that. And there's one in the works. Worked on it like a week and a half ago. I haven't worked on it since because it's going to take a long time. I don't know. I don't have an exact date when it's going to be up, but it's going to take a while, especially with like GSS stats and everything. The winter stuff isn't that bad. I mean, winter like both HWRL and OWS, they're like combined each like 12 races. That's not bad. GSS, an average GSS season is double that. So it's going to take quite a while to put all the GSS stats and race reports and all that stuff. I actually finished season 3 race reports though, but I need to get the points up. And additionally, if you're willing to help out with like to measure all the stats for all of the series, all of the races, including Pepsi Showdown, I'll be gladly accepting help for this because this is going to take this is going to be a long this is going to take a long time. If I did this by myself, it would take ages and I'll probably just get bored and give up. But if you're willing to help out with stats for all of the series, all of the races, all everything, feel free to help. Feel free to ask me, hey, how can I help? And I'll give you all the race files and all that stuff. You can measure all the stats for each individual driver or whatnot. Because that's my plan. Have each individual driver who's competed in the series or in the Pepsi Showdown will have their own stat page, kind of like Racing Reference. I'm trying to have this Google site be like Racing Reference meets JSki almost. And of course, a couple weeks ago, or earlier this month, I should say, NR 2003 celebrated its 20th birthday. It's absolutely insane that a game 20 years old, older than me for fuck's sakes, be still relevant to this very day. Like, it's insane. It kind of goes to show you how this game was able to stand the test of time and how the newer games just don't hit it anymore. I mean, look what's going on with motorsport games. That company is a shit show. It's an actual shit show dumpster fire. Yet NR 2003 is getting more support and being still getting a lot of support and is more relevant than Ignition. It's insane. And of course, thank you for all the support we've had in 2022. 2022 was a big year for me personally, but also a huge year. But one of those things, of course, for me, graduating, going to college, all that stuff. But the channel was also a big part of 2022 for me last year. We had a record high in terms of viewers. We got two new videos reached the over like two races reached the over the 1,000 view mark. In fact, one of them is 2,000 views. We had a record growth for subscribers and a record growth for interest for the summer series last year, and it truly means the world to me. Thank you everyone for supporting 2022. I like I said, like I said before, all the numbers and everything, it's amazing. And I never expected that much support in 2022, even in my wildest dreams. And of course, for 69, well, just 69, of course, since 2020, we've also contributed to the NR community. Of course, we had the Golf Summer Series in 2020 through 2022, the Rally Winter Street Stocks in 2020 and 2020 through 2021, the HWRL to 2021 to 2022, and of course the Pepsi Showdown on the 4th of July weekend, both in 2021 and 2022. We've contributed a lot to the NR. We've also kind of contributed to NR's growth or NR's like maintain relevance over the last 20 years or so, these past 3 years with these series and races. So, maybe asking, what's next? You finished GSS a month ago, even though it should have been finished months ago prior to that. But maybe asking, what's next? Well, obviously, since I'm making this announcement, I have something to do with NR. I've been focusing this entire slideshow so far on NR. What's next for my future in NR? So before I show you our future for NR, the channel's future for NR, I'm going to take it back to a scenario that played out in 2020 and 2021. So of course in 2020 and through 2021, we had the Rally Winter Street Stocks. It was a pretty cool series. Of course, had 8 short tracks running street stocks. It was like December to February of 2020 and 2021. But then when it came time for a new Winter Series later in 2021, I ran into a problem. My schedule wasn't really flexible for the Winter Street Stocks. It wasn't really flexible for 8 straight weeks of racing. But I still wanted to do NR during winter time. Sorry. Okay. So I came up with a solution. Run a shorter series. So 2021 to 2022, I ran the Holiday Winter Racing League. Now, HWRL, of course, was something different for, I think, for the channel, of course. If it was GSS and OWS were longer sort of series and everything, HWRL only had 4 races and they're only on certain holidays. So I thought to myself, during GSS last year, I ran into a similar problem, and if you were watching GSS last year, you probably knew. It was delayed a hell of a lot. It was supposed to end, October, September, then until January. Yeah, it was not. I didn't really have that much time to make GSS races. But I still wanted to continue NR. So I thought, what if we take the summer theme and the summer prestige of the Golf Summer Series, combine it with the flexibility and the holiday schedule of the HWRL. What do we get? So, for the past 5 or so months in the back of my mind, I've been thinking of this idea, and for the past month or two, me and the admins have been hard at work at developing this new idea. I'm going to roll my audio because I'm a little loud, I think. So, yeah, like I said, for the past 5 months, I've been thinking of this new idea in the back of my mind, and in the past last month or two, us and the admins have been hard at work for this new idea. And today, I'm really excited to show you this brand new idea. I'm really excited to show you the future of this channel, and I'll show you to you right now. You can click that and get this. This is the Palm Summer League, the newest NR series and the newest summer series for this channel. Now, you might be asking, wait, didn't you just end a Golf Summer Series about a month ago? Why in the hell are you starting a new one? Why not just do GSS again? Well, I'll tell you why. First, I was seeking a fresh start for the channel and the series. Golf Summer Series took, last year, yes, I appreciate the support for GSS, but honestly speaking, it was very stressful for me to make 23 races while also trying to do college and personal life. And I'm seeking a fresh start, because if I did GSS again, I'd probably go back to that same cycle like I did last year of constantly delaying races, constantly trying to make everything easier for me to make, and that wasn't really working for me. So I wanted a fresh start. So next, more opportunities to try out new tracks. There are thousands, thousands of NR 2003 tracks that you can download and race for yourself. And well, I'm not obviously going to go over 1,000 of them, but there's several I've always wanted to try out. With Golf Summer Series, it was kind of even HWRL and OWS. They were kind of hard for me to schedule because I wanted because most of the time GSS especially because I was the only one that had multiple seasons. GSS, most of the schedules were made up of tracks that we've already raced at, like Daytona, Darlington, all that stuff, Atlanta. And it's not a knock against those tracks by any means, but I want to keep the content fresh on this channel and the races fresh for the series, and those tracks I wanted to try out, but just never really had the opportunity to in GSS. This series allows me to um, give me that opportunity to test out these brand new tracks, or tracks that I've always wanted to try out. Also, more opportunity for me to include stuff in the races. One thing I've always strived from day one when it comes to NR series is the quality. Quality above everything else. And there's stuff I've wanted to, and much like the tracks, there's stuff I always want to add on to the videos, but I've never really had the opportunity to in Summer Series because I was kind of crunched on time, and I just wanted to get the races out without really delaying them a whole bunch, at least until last year. But with this series having fewer races, it allows me to include new stuff to the videos that people have never seen before. Better balance between making races and personal life. When I did the HWRL in 2021 to 2022, around the same time I was actually applying to colleges. And if anyone's ever applied to colleges, it is a very, very, very stressful. And somehow I was able to do a whole series. I think HWRL went like one delay. It was like a 1 day, which is nothing. And I was able to do a series mostly on time and also focus on my personal life. And this series allows me to do just that. And I wanted to, what else am I going to say? And I don't have much free time as I did with Summer Series. With this, I'm able to now and with this I'm able to actually like plan around with me not having enough free time. I could kind of around the free time. For the longest time with GSS, I always plan everything around Summers of Golf, but this it should be the opposite. And GSS, when I initially designed it, I never envisioned it as a mini series. The Palm Summer League is a mini series, like the HWRL. When I did GSS, I never envisioned it to be a mini series. In fact, when I initially made the initial GSS schedule in 2020, I only planned it to be one season. I didn't really plan it to go for. I didn't really plan a season 2 or season 3 or anything. I only just planned for one season. And if I made Summer Series a mini series, it wouldn't be the same. It just would not be the same. With this new Palm Summer League, it can have its own identity and separate itself from the Golf Summer Series. And lastly, I don't want to sell out. All of last year, I was like, one last summer. This is the last Summer Series race at whatever track. This is the last GSS race, like for the Golf Farewell last month. I didn't want to say. Why would I say, okay, this is the final GSS race, only for a month later to announce? I was just kidding, y'all. Lol. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not selling out. So instead of continuing something that I can't really do anymore, why not just start something new and seek that fresh start? Now, a fun fact about this palm tree. Usually, when I make logos, I usually go like Google. And look up like clip art images and stuff like that. I actually made that palm tree myself. I actually drew that palm tree myself in an art class. It was like a final project. I was initially pitching. I initially made this palm tree as a stencil for the final product, but it was kind of too big for the paper that was required for that art project. So I decided, you know what, hey, that can make a good logo. Um, so I photo scanned it. Had this little palm logo here. Edited it in Paint.net, and we had that Oh shit! Never I had that palm tree there, so it kind of got spoiled by manufacturer. Whatever. Anyways, so here's the basic info. Kind of boring stuff, honestly, but still important. And that was not supposed to be Penny's 2017. Let me fix that right now because I'm a moron. Okay. Okay, so ignore the Penny's 2017. We're not using Penny's mod again. So the mod we're using this time around is the Muscle Car Late models by the Bullring. And it features Lefty's Next Gen 4 templates. This is like a relatively decently popular mod. I'd say it's probably more widely used, at least from what I can tell, compared to Pinty's. But it's a really cool looking mod. I kind of want to go for like a Gen 4 vibes, like we did for Summer Series and H. Burrell as well, because like I'm kind of a sucker for the Gen 4 and everything like that. So I decided to use that. And like I said, we're using Lefty's Next Gen 4 templates. One car per person. That's pretty usual. Choose any car number from 0 to 99. You can 99 in the car mix this year, or Ford, or Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Pontiac, and Toyota. So 5. That's right, 5. So we're gonna have a lot of choices for manufacturers this year. Also you can do like 03, 05 as well. So just 5 or whatever. And of course, once signups are closed, they are closed unless a ride opens up. If someone gets suspended or someone like vows out or something like that, you can use your real name or alias. No impersonations, please. Teams could have up to 4 teammates. I lowered it down to 5 because I thought 5 for a series this short was kind of ridiculous. I did the same thing for HWRL as well. And driver ratings reset to 95. I believe it was like 96 for GSS. So it was a little lower for this new series. And so you're going to see some of the and next one I'm going to show you some of the body templates as well. Or not Honda and Nissan. I don't think it was a Honda or Nissan. Well, it may have been a Honda Next Gen 4. I didn't remember seeing Nissan or Honda. I chose Pontiac because it was relatively the admins decided on it, and also it was relatively popular last year in the Summer Series. So here's the 5 body styles. So we got the Chevy Camaro, probably the most popular one. So here's the body style for the new Palm Summer League. As you can see, looks like a muscle car. Obviously, it's the muscle late model mod. As you can see, you can see our new banner design as well, with the font, the same font from the logo and whatnot, and the driver banner. There was next Ford Mustang. And by the way, these Lefty, except for the Pontiac, they're the 2021 versions, the V2. Here's the Ford Mustang. Got the pony. No, it's not a Mustang Mach-E. There's the Dodge Charger. We always had a Challenger of GSS, but now we're going to switch to the Charger. We had an HWR had a Charger too. Toyota Camry. Oh, it apparently was a Honda and Nissan for the original 2020 version, huh? I didn't know that. Toyota Camry. Here we go. Second time Toyota's been in the series. First time was HWO and actually won the championship. Also, I also own a Toyota personally, so there we go. And lastly, Pontiac. The Pontiac Trans Am. That's right. That's a nameplate you probably haven't seen in 5 trillion years. There it is. Like I said, all these templates are made by Lefty. The good old Lefty and everything. Looks pretty cool. More basic info. 1 paint scheme. And 2 sponsors. Now, you can have a special paint scheme for race number 3, which you'll probably see why. You'll see why later. But 1 paint scheme, making it easier for all the painters and myself. I have 1 paint scheme. My point is to sim all the races well ahead of time, like I did with some GSS races last year. So I'm able to sim the races, just import the paint schemes, and make everything go a lot smoother. Be present for at least 1 premiere, and I'll leave a comment in 1 race. You don't have to be like active all the time, but at least be somewhat active to at least have an idea of what's going on in the series. AI difficulty set at 103 as opposed to 105 for GSS tracks, and this includes all super speedways as well. Respect your painters and be patient for your car, and you can use your races in your videos, but be sure to credit me as well. More basic info: the points format will be the same exact format as we've always had, the 2011 to 2015 Xfinity / Trucks points. I would go for something shorter, but this is just the format we're all used to seeing in the series. If there's like a Mario Kart format, I would totally use that, but there's none because you'll see why I kind of want the Mario Kart stuff. But to my knowledge, no NR 2003 Mario Kart points format. No playoffs. We don't do playoffs here. 33 max drivers. I was gonna do 32, but I was like, you know what? I'll add one more. It's not gonna really hurt that much to have one more driver. And the drivers are required to join the Discord server. I'm pretty sure most people are in the server. If not, be sure to join the server. That'll be. It's not linked. I guess I'll link it probably towards the end of the stream. And you can remove /fine /suspended if the rules are broken. It's kind of typical stuff there. If you've been doing the series, it's been pretty much the same sort of um, standard procedures we've had over the last 3 years or so. All right, fun part, schedule time. So the thing about this Palm Summer League schedule, if you remember HWO schedule, it consisted of one of each track type: one short track, one road course, one super speedway, one intermediate. But I thought to do something different for the Palm Summer League. Instead of having one of each track, we're going to only narrow it down to 2 track categories. And those 2 track categories are super speedways and intermediates. We're going to have 2 of each for this year's Palm Summer League. Now, why only do intermediates and super speedways? Well, they're by far some of the most popular tracks we've had. I mean, our top 2 most viewed races are super speedway races, Armour Digital and Daytona. And even other super speedways too, like 8-Bowl, M&M's a couple years back. Orlando have also been popular as well. Talladega as well. So I decided to do that. And also, super speedways have been very, very competitive for us. And same can be said for intermediates. Intermediates aren't as popular, but intermediates, most of them you can't really go wrong with the racing. So we're going to show you, today the 4 races that make up the 2023 Palm Summer League. And we'll start on Memorial Day in May. Race number 1. This would be a track familiar to you if you've played any Papyrus NASCAR game, or even iRacing for that matter. Because they added this not too long ago, I guess last year or 2 years ago. Well, race number 1 so let me sing what the track is. Well, to kick off the Palm Summer League, we're going to race at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway. That's right, the 3-mile-long big super speedway will kick off the Palm Summer League season on Memorial Day. It'll be 24 laps, and it'll be on May 29th. And it'll be the 2021 version of the track. And there's been a couple other variations in Coca-Cola, and lots of edits as well over the last 20 years of NR's existence, but this is the newest 2021 version. See, it's freshly repaved. It's going to be, like I said, 24 laps, 3 miles long, similar in size to M&M Super Speedway. We raced that back at HWRL. And it'll be on May 29th, of course. And the official name for this race will be the Coca-Cola Summer Kickoff. Now, let me quickly pause the stream real quick, as I think I may have screwed up something for the next slide. Let me double check. Yeah, I screwed it up. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah, okay. Go back. Okay, it's good now. Okay, so race 2, if I can click, come on. Alright, race 2 will take place on Father's Day, June 18th, I think. You'll see the date. And give you a little hint, this is the track NASCAR is at right now. I already talked about it earlier in the stream. Auto Club Speedway, formerly known as the California Speedway. First points race we're going to have an Auto Club since first ever points race we have an Auto Club. Of course, we did race here for the 2021 Spring Showdown, but that was at night. And like I said, it was an exhibition. It was an exhibition race, of course. But this is the first time we're racing our Auto Club in the daytime. And, of course, it is a points race, like I mentioned. It'll be on June 18th. 30 laps, of course, in Fontana, California. Truth be told, I am going to miss this track in real life. I understand why they did the short track. I mean, yesterday, apparently, NASCAR sold plots of land in the Speedway for over $500 million. So, come on. I mean, you can't $500 million. NASCAR could do a lot with it, but that's besides the point. Here in the PSL, we will race the Auto Club Speedway. So to all the people who voted for Michigan in that poll I posted like last week or something, don't really feel disappointed, because Auto Club is pretty similar to Michigan. In fact, it's pretty much the same track shape, except for the fact that Auto Club has more rougher surface and lower banking. Race 3 on the 4th of July. I think this one might be pretty obvious. We're going back to Daytona for the Firecracker 400. It's the only GSS track. Well, okay, one of the very few GSS tracks. I'll say, well, one of the very few GSS traditions, I should say, that will carry over to the Palm Summer League. I mean, it's the Firecracker 400. It's our flagship race. We're doing another summer league, summer series, and our summer series. Why not just do the Firecracker 400 again? Of course, the same track version as usual, BBMC 2020. It'll be 40 laps as opposed to the usual 48 laps, because 48 laps is a little bit too long. 4th of July, I believe 4th of July this year is on a Tuesday, because last year was on a Monday. So it'll be a Tuesday night race. I don't think we ever did a Tuesday. No, I'm sure we've done Tuesday races before, but not for the Firecracker 400. So that'll be, of course, very exciting. And like I said, race 3, you'll be able to, and like I said before, race 3, you can't have a special paint scheme. So if you do want to run a special patriotic scheme or just a special scheme in general in this race, you're more than welcome to. I'll announce the deadlines at the very end of the stream as well. And in race 4, the finale of the Palm Summer League for 2023, going back to that poll I mentioned earlier, this out of the process of elimination, if you voted in that poll I posted a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago, we're going to return to a familiar track, Minnesota Motorsports Park. Of course, GSS raced here last year towards the end of the season, but that was supposed to be scheduled as an August race. Minnesota last year didn't run until November, and I kind of want to give it a fair shot in the summer time slot. So 60 laps like this original GSS length, a mile-long track, and that'll be on August 13th. Technically, there's a holiday on August, but I'll just make up. I guess I can pretend there's one in August. I just call it like the last day of summer or whatnot. But that'll be the finale. I'm making sure to end it well before college starts, for the New Year starts for me or whatnot, and it'll be the same version like we had last year. And by the way, also Auto Club's name will probably call it the Father's Day Special or whatever, and this might be I'll come up with the names later for this one, but because I only have like one logo for the Firecracker. So that is the schedule for the Palm Summer League. We're going to go to Coca-Cola, Auto Club, Daytona, and Minnesota. So some important dates, of course. Race will be recorded and premiered on this channel. Races will be premiered at 8 o'clock on the exact holidays. So Coca-Cola will be exactly on Memorial Day. Auto Club will exactly be on Father's Day. Daytona exactly on the 4th of July. And in case of the finale, will be on August 13th, even though there's no holiday. And the driver signups will be Saturday, March 11th at 2:30 p.m. So that's 2 weeks from now. So it gives you a little time to prepare and kind of think what sponsors and paint schemes you want. It'll be of course the Google Forms as well. I'll show you the Google Forms afterwards as well. So stay tuned for that. Past champions. So if you're past GSS, Isaburo, OWS champion, you can sign up early. I'll DM you the form a couple of days prior. So if you're on Discord, so if you're every reserve driver is in the Discord. So stay tuned for that. Scheme deadline will be May 19th for the main primary paint schemes, and the Daytona scheme deadline will be June 24th. I'm trying to do it a little earlier this year because I'm trying to get all these races sort of pre-recorded well ahead of time, so there'll be no delays whatsoever. And of course, the season opener will be on May 29th. And of course, good luck. Good luck if it's the first time, if you've signed up for a series before. I think you all know the drill, but if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and hopefully you can sign up for this new series or at least be a team owner, which I'll talk about next. So here's the sign up preview. I'm going to pull up the Google Forms too, but before I do, here is the banners we're going to have. We're going to have both driver and team signups, and just to differentiate, the driver signups will be the same sort of gold, yellow here. Well, the team signups will be more of like a mustard stain gold. I try to make this look gold, but it looks kind of ugly to be honest. But let me pull up the Google Forms for both real quick. Let me go to my Google Drive. I probably should have had this pulled up earlier, but whatever. I do this in the private tab, so I won't see on my email. Come on. Okay. Okay, there's that. I go full screen on this guy? Okay, how do I go full screen? There we go. Okay. I gotta try to make sure you want to see the form, so I can just copy to paste the link or whatnot. Okay, here we go. Here's the driver form. Like I said, the bright yellow banner will be the driver form, and I will capitalize for the fact, hey, this is the driver form, so don't confuse the driver and team form. Make sure you're not do it or whatnot. Of course, fill out only once, so we want to be called, pronoun, how do you pronounce it? Pronouns. The 5 paint schemes, 5 paint schemes. The 5 cars. I don't know why the Pontiac doesn't have the banner. What number choices? Your top 3 choices. I'll choose which one is open first. Your Discord name. I might put that up there instead. Whatever. I still got time. Alright, the Discord server. And this will be posted on the Discord server. I don't know if I should do like a YouTube video saying, hey, times are open, and just post a link and disable comments and whatnot, but we'll see. YouTube name. Probably again, it's probably some moves up there, but whatever. Your 2 sponsors. You're gonna have even when we have 1, that's fine. And what you want your pace game reminder. There is 1 pace scheme only. And one thing I forgot to add on here. Do you want a patriotic? Do you want to have a patriotic? I'll have that immediately. So we won't kind of scramble at the last minute like we've had over the last several years for GSS. Okay, so yeah, I probably should have blurred that out, but whatever. I'll take the links down probably after this. So team signups here, kind of the same drill. Discord name, Discord and the server. What's the team? Oh, what should be the team owner's name? What's your team name? Your 4 teammates, your car numbers, and whatever manufacturer y'all wish to have. Let me get out of full screen here and get rid of the links so no one can sign up ahead of time. Alright, let's put not accepting responses. That'd probably do the trick. Okay. There we go. Okay. So go back to the slide. I wish I had this. Oh, shit. Whoops. My bad, y'all. Okay. Nope. Come on. There we go. Okay. So back to the slide as usual. Also, with this new series, we're going to have some new channel branding coming up soon. Right here will be the new... Oh, what the hell? Anyways, this will be the new Twitter/YouTube banner. It'll obviously feature the new Palm Summer League, but also celebrate the other series. So we have the Golf logo, PSL, O'Reilly, HRL, Pepsi Showdown. And the same thing for the new Discord server icon. It'll be sort of the same as the PSL logo, but feature all the series and my name as well as right there. And the renamed server after the stream will be Random J's NR 2003 server. It was called like Random Slash. It was like Random. Before it was like Random J's GSS or HRL/OWS server. It was getting kind of crowded, so I just want something simple. This is the NR 2003 server for my channel. And in terms of the future of other NR content, Madhouse Classic, of course, we skipped it in 2022 because the GSS getting delayed. Well, I'm happy to say that will return for 2023. So this Christmas we'll have another Bowman Gray race. Because Bowman Gray was always a really good race for us for views, and it kind of sucks we didn't do one last year, but there was reasons for that. But it will return in 2023. I don't have any like permanent plans set in place of what's gonna be, but it will return this year in some form. So get excited for that, I guess. Even though it's February and that doesn't happen until like 10 months from now. Probably the earliest I've ever announced something too. There'll also be a possible race on Thanksgiving. Of course, last year the 8 Bowl GSS race was on Thanksgiving Day and actually did pretty well. And to be honest, I've always been toying around with the idea of a Thanksgiving race because nothing besides football and Charlie Brown reruns, which, by the way, I love watching Charlie Brown shorts during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all that, and Halloween as well, but that's besides the point. There's nothing really going on besides like NFL and that. And I was like, you know what, hey, why not have a Thanksgiving race? And since 8 Bowl is delayed a lot, I decided, you know what, have the 8 Bowl race on Thanksgiving, and they did pretty well. And I want to have it. But this one will be actually planned on Thanksgiving to be specifically themed to the Thanksgiving like area and whatnot. And in terms of Pepsi Showdown and HRL, that's to be determined. I go back and forth between if I want to do them again or not. When I have a permanent plan for Pepsi like actual plan when I reach a decision for Pepsi Showdown, and HWR, and also most of the other Firecracker Week festivities as well. I will announce that when I can. So, any questions for anybody? Of course, I've been looking at the chat a little bit, so um, we'll see. But if anyone has any questions, I'll be here for as long as I can to answer all the questions and everything like that. As far as the stream went kind of quick, I thought it was gonna last maybe a little longer, but it went by pretty quick, I'd say. But then again, this isn't a GSS length schedule, so that's probably another reason why as well. And also, after the stream, as like I said, all the rebranding will take place. I actually already have a channel for Palm Summer League all ready to go. I just need to unprivate it or whatnot. But that's all ready to go. I need to do it after right when the stream ends. If you do, all right, here's Corvette. If you do the Pepsi Showdown, then you should use the Cup 2000 mod since you use Winston 98 and Cup 03. Okay, I'll probably consider that because I was kind of stuck in a wall for Pepsi Showdown, to be honest with you, because I was in the 90s, then went to the early 2000s, or I guess mid 2000s because I did 2005. But yeah, Cup 2000 could be kind of fun. I guess I don't know if I used 2000 which Daytona year. I might use 2001 because it's probably the closest one. If I did do that, but again, I don't know if I'll do Pepsi Showdown. That's to be announced. And also, like I said, the rest of Firecracker Week festivities will be announced at a certain time if I'm going to still do them or not. Let me see if I can go to another tab. Okay, just. Okay, I wish I could just. I wish I had a third monitor, to be honest with you, but that's going to require some extra room. Let me just drag this crap here. So if I wanted a Mexican paint scheme, or no, you can have any paint scheme from 4th of July. For Firecracker, I mean, obviously it's a patriotic theme race, but you can have whatever the hell you want as your special Firecracker scheme race. You can have like, say if you want to do for in your case, Angel, if you want to have a Mexican theme paint scheme, I'm more than happy for me or one of the painters to paint it for you. I can have like say if you have another sponsor and you want to run it for Firecracker 400 and it's not necessarily patriotic, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. Alright, so we unlocked the PSL chat because I did make it last night, but it was private. Okay. Alright, private category. Alright, unlock that. Okay. So PSL chat is open, except for this part. Let me look up the general chat. Doi. Okay, there we go. PSL chat is open and ready to go. And I actually already did post the templates and the card viewer files. So if you're in the server, want to start, well, I'm not saying obviously wait until the due date for the paint scheme stuff. But if you want to kind of get a head start on painting your car or just want to get used to the templates or whatnot, just want to see how they look like and stuff like that, the download links are already there in the tab, and I already did pin them. What's going on? Let me check what's going on with the auto club race. Is it going to get delayed or whatnot? You know, to be honest, I actually kind of hope Auto Club gets delayed the last RC Xfinity race because I want to see an Auto Club night race. I've never seen an Auto Club night race like actually watching NASCAR before. I'm recently like replays and stuff. I guess I'll probably stay on there for like maybe 4 more minutes because the chat's not really that active. I don't know how is the YouTube stuff doing. Yeah, it's not really that active. But like I said, I'll stay here for a few more minutes in case anyone has any more questions. Jesus, why is always why is my neighborhood? I guess I'll just change the name the Discord name while I'm here. I'm gonna look at the other chat as well. Oh no, one thing I'll probably do what I did for HWRL like a couple years back, where I'll probably ask about what the slogan should be, because I don't have any ideas for one. Okay, here's one from Brian. If you do a Thanksgiving race, will be tied in with the Winter Series. That's actually a good question. So, if HWO does return this year, yes, it will probably be the season opener. If it does, but if I'm not doing a HWO, then no. So, like I said, if I'm doing HWO, yes, it'll probably be the season opener or whatnot. But if I'm not, no. If I'm not doing HWO, no, it'll just be a standalone race. I'll probably combine it with Madhouse Classic signups if I do a Thanksgiving race. All right, so I guess yeah, like I said, the chat's been kind of inactive, but if you're, let me post a link to the Discord server because I promised that um a while ago. Um, invites. How do I invite people? Here we go. Invite people. Copied the link. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to the Discord. I posted the link down there. So if you're brand new, be sure to join the server. I have it also on my YouTube, like main YouTube, like about page, and also on my Twitter page as well. So if that link for some reason doesn't work or whatnot, you can feel free to click the other link as well. So if you have any questions for me about the Palm Summer League or the future of the NR content on this channel, be sure to go there because I'm gonna end the stream here very shortly because the chat seems kind of inactive. So yeah, thank you for watching this special reveal stream. I'm hoping the Palm Summer League is gonna be a good hope y'all will enjoy the Palm Summer League once it starts up in May. Again, reminder: signups are on March 11th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, and it'll be on the Google form. Let's go back to go back to this date here. Okay, so like I said, signups are on March 11th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Google Forms. The scheme deadline for the main paint scheme deadline, my God, will be on May 19th. So about 10 days before the main opening race. The Firecracker 400 paint scheme deadline will be on June 24th, And of course, the season opener at Coca-Cola will be on May 29th. Auto Club will be on Father's Day on June 18th. The Firecracker 400 will be on the 4th of July. And Minnesota will be on August 19th. Just kind of a reminder of what's going on. But yeah. Once again, thank you to everyone tuning into this stream. I'm gonna end it here very shortly, but once again, thank you all for the support, and I hope the support will continue going into a new beginning, a new chapter for this channel. Catch y'all then.